We're going to start in Poland. As Russia's war on Ukraine approaches the one-year mark, President Biden is there meeting with Eastern European NATO allies known as the Bucharest Nine. Yesterday, the president gave a major speech declaring support for Ukraine and NATO.
1 year into this war, Putin no longer doubts the strength of our coalition, but he still doubts our conviction. He doubts our staying power. He doubts our continued support for Ukraine. He doubts whether NATO can remain unified. But there should be no doubt. Our support for Ukraine will not waver. NATO will not be divided, and we will not tire.
Meanwhile, in Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin is meeting with China's top diplomat. It comes just one day after he announced Russia would be pulling out of a major nuclear arms treaty with the U.S. So for more on today's events, we want to bring in Sarah Rainsford. She is with our partners at the BBC. She's in Warsaw, Poland. Thanks for joining us, Sarah. So, we want to talk a little bit more about who the Bucharest Nine are. I mean, this is an organization that, partially was pulled together in response to Russia's invasion and annexation of Crimea. I'm wondering what they have been doing and how they have been responding over the past year or so as they've watched the war rage in Ukraine.
Well, yeah, that's right. This is an informal alliance, really, an informal grouping of the countries that form the eastern flank of NATO. So Poland, where I am now, right at the heart of it, and that represented, of course, by Joe Biden's visit. But it goes all the way from the Baltic in the north down to Bulgaria in the south, the countries that are on the border with Ukraine and with Russia itself. And I think, primarily, they speak with one strong voice, which is a voice warning about the threat from Russia and the need for more support, stronger support, military support and political support for Ukraine. Now, that voice of this grouping has been led in particular by Poland, by Warsaw, which has been arguing all along for more support. It, for example, was the loudest voice calling for battle tanks to be sent to Ukraine. And just a few days ago, we saw Ukrainian soldiers being trained on those battle tanks up in Western Poland. So it's a real shift, I think, in the power somewhat inside NATO towards the East, where the East is now being listened to much more strongly and much more carefully than perhaps it might have been in the past.
Yeah, that's no surprise there. I'm sure President Biden will hear a lot of what you said from them today. Meanwhile, I want to ask you about this video that we just showed. China's top diplomat is in Moscow, met this morning with Vladimir Putin. What are we to make of China's conflict in this role? Because it's clear that China is trying to characterize it one way, but it may be another way. Let's put it that way.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it, that right as Joe Biden is here in Warsaw and talking about massive support for Ukraine, unwavering support for Ukraine. You've got big speeches from President Putin in Moscow too, and as you mentioned, that visit from China. So if President Biden is signaling here in Eastern Europe, then President Putin is doing exactly the same in Russia too. We've heard from him over the last couple of days, nothing new in his messaging, saying yet again, blaming the West for provoking this war. And then the message from here, from Joe Biden, just not far from where I'm standing now, saying, no, this was a war of choice by Vladimir Putin, and Vladimir Putin can end it. So, there's been a bit of a kind of head-to-head between Presidents Putin and President Biden in the past day or so. And that messaging, I think, will continue today when we hear what the leaders of this grouping, the Bucharest Nine, will have to say.
All right. Sarah Rainsford, thank you very much.